Well, hello there again everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name is Claire and welcome. Why not hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all of that stuff. Absolutely love it. Now we've got that out of the way, yes, I am really red. If you are in the UK right now, you will know that it is hot, like super hot. I have had SPF on. I've been wearing factor 50 all day long. I've topped it up. And I've still burnt here, arms, and like patches in my legs for some reason, like really bad patches, like I don't know why, just in like blotches, and that's really red. So I'm gonna film a video. I'm gonna film a video with a bright red nose and a bright red forehead, and I'm gonna do like an everyday summer glow. Yes, I'm glowing right now. You can probably see me from the moon, but I'm going to do it anyway, just for you guys, just so that we can have an everyday summer glow. I've already filmed an everyday summer look, but I'm going to do this one using only drugstore products, because, you know, using more expensive products every day is not something we all do. We might save them special occasions, all that type of stuff. So I just thought I would do like an everyday nice makeup look, and you know, I find for me this does last all day. I work from till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's, you know, I don't top up a lot during the day unless it's really hot, which is going to be tomorrow apparently. And I find this is pretty bulletproof for me, so I'm just going to jump right into it. So I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use my L'Oreal Paris Skinny Diviner Brow Artist in 105 Brunette. So I'm just going to get my Makeup Obsession Brow Gloss with a hemp seed oil, and I'm just going to run all this through the brows, and then I'm going to brush through them with a spoolie just to give them a little bit of shape. This is quite a new discovery of mine. I do like it. It's actually feeling quite cooling on my burnt forehead right now. It's just literally like sucked up the moisturiser and whatnot I've put on it like no one's business. I was going to film during the day today, but it's just been too hot. For anyone that lives in the UK, you will know what I'm talking about when I say it's not a heat you can cope with. It's like, you know, you can go abroad and cope with like 30-degree heats. I mean, I know you buy the pool and that all day and whatnot, but it could be like 25 in the UK and you literally can't breathe. There is no air. It's such a humid heat. It is ridiculous. So I have been loving this brow product. It just gives me a nice brow. It's quite easy to use. It's quite a soft little pencil. It's quite a decent colour, because I do like my brows dark, but I find sometimes if you go like medium brown, the pencil can just be a bit red. You know, I didn't buy auburn, I bought brown. Okay, so I've just zoomed you in a little bit more while I do my eyes, and I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer just to carve out those brows and just tidy everything up, because that's just the way I like it. I always use a concealer or a primer. If I'm going for like a full-on glam look or a heavy look, I'll always just use my P. Louise base. But if it's just an everyday look, I'll just grab a concealer out the drawer and just throw a concealer on my brows. I do feel like it's a bit of an oldie but a goodie, this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, but I just love it. I think it's one that I'll buy time and time again. I'm just never going to fall out of love with it. It's just like really creamy. It's just a lovely consistency. It's not like too thick or too runny. I find that at my age, getting the right consistency with your concealer is quite a chore, because if they're too thick, the creaser. If they're too runny, you get no coverage. So you've got to find that happy medium. Okay, and I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just fluff that in. Okay, and I'm just going to go like really simple on the eyes, super simple. I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution. This is the Courage Wild Animal palette, and this is the palette right here. I just love this palette, and I'm not even sure you can still get it, but it was on sale at one point for like £5. I think I paid £10 for it. And I'm just going to take this Beauty Bay, it's Round the Blend brush, and I'm going to take this cream colour right here, and I'm just going to put that all over the lids. All over the lids. Like, just like to kind of set them, for want of a better term. I don't usually set my lids, but just for want of a better term. I'm just going to put that all over. Done. Oh my god, my nose is just getting redder and redder. Okay, so I'm just going to put a crease colour through. I'm going to use this colour right here. If you wanted to, you could just use your bronzer. But because I've got the palette, I'm going to use it. I'm going to take like a narrow fluffy brush, and I'm just going to put that through the crease. Pull it out slightly. And then just a tiny little bit in the outer portion of the lower lash line. Literally it. Literally it. I don't generally do, like, if I'm doing a more intricate look, I'll pat my eyeshadow in, pretty much like that. But this doesn't need to be too neat or anything. You just need it nice and blended. It's an everyday look, and I'm just going to do the lower lash line a little bit there as well. Just because I like to. You don't really need to do that, but I just like to kind of tie the bottom and the lower lashes together. And I'm just going to take the brush that had the original shade on it, and I'm just going to continue to do that brow bone there. And what I may do is very lightly just bring that colour just onto the lid slightly, just patting it, the brown colour. Okay, I do like to my lids to be just like slightly lighter than my transition, even if I'm using the same colour. I just like it to be slightly lighter, so it's just the reason I just go in slightly lighter when I do that. So before I put my mascara on, I'm going to prime just so it's got a little bit of time to soak in, and I'm going to use the I Heart Revolution Strawberry Whip Pore Blurring Primer with vitamin C and E. And I do like to use a pore blurring primer in the summer months, or a mattifying primer, because I do get a little bit hot and a little bit sweaty, like we all do, and can not necessarily look oily or greasy, just a little bit more dewy than I'd like to. I love the dewy look. I absolutely do love a dewy look, but you know what I mean? It's just like virgin, like you're just on the tip of looking oily when it's been on all day. So I just like to start off looking a little bit more matte, and then if I don't want to powder down throughout the day, or I don't need to powder down throughout the day, it helps. And this one does smell like strawberries, it's amazing. So I'm just going to curl my lashes, and then I'm going to use my PS False Lash Queen mascara, which is a dramatic volume fullness length mascara. So I do like to curl my lashes, not gonna lie. And this is just a brilliant everyday mascara. I think this mascara is currently in my project pan though, because it just seems to be bottomless, to be honest with you. I've been using it every day. I am going to film another project pan video soon for you guys as well, just to give you an update, because I have swapped some products around, because I'm finding if I swap them around every month or so that I'm not getting bored of them, and I'm using everything rather than just like gravitating towards just the one thing. And that's the eyes just done. You can throw in a brown eyeliner if you want, which I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Creole eyeliner, and this is the longest pencil ever. I got this from Amazon a few months ago. It was part of trying Amazon's cheapest makeup haul, so if you're interested in that, go and check that out on my channel. And there you have it. That is it for the eyes. I've got my primer on. I'm going to go and soak this beauty sponge, or wet this beauty sponge, because I do prefer to put my makeup on with a sponge in a day, but I've not used this one yet. This is the Marshmallow Sponge by Coco Cosmetics by Chloe, and I've heard amazing things, and this is the size of it, and I'm going to go and wet it now, and I'll show you the size of it when I come back. Okay, so that has gotten quite big. So I'm just going to go in with my foundation first. I'm going to go in with the PS My Perfect Colour Double Coverage Matte Foundation. It's long wear, matte finish and oil free, and it's got an SPF of 15 in it. I do go for quite a long wear foundation for the summer months in the day. I do like the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, but I just find that it's absolutely amazing. But when it's hot like this outside, oh crap, I've put too much on there. It doesn't last all the hours that I want it to. I'm going to go for this, and I've got this in the shade Nude 05. So wish me luck with this sponge. I love using new beauty sponges, but then I get really sad when they've got stains on them. So let's see how this bounces in. And obviously I want to cover that burn up as well. I like it. I like the sponge. I knew I liked the foundation. I mean, full coverage is not for everyone for every day, but for me, I like it. It's what I like. It would be a bit thicker if you did put it on with a brush. Probably why I like to use a sponge daily. See, that doesn't feel too heavy for me though. If you do like a lighter coverage foundation, go for it. But I would suggest going for a longer wear foundation. Is it going to last 16 hours? I've never known a foundation last and not start separating for more than probably 8 or 9 hours. And that is a long wear foundation. So if you do not want to keep topping up in the day, then definitely go for a long wear foundation. That has really covered up. Still got a bit of redness on my nose, but it's really covered all of that sunburn up. So I'm going to go in with my concealer and I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me again. I'm going to do the corners, a little bit on my forehead, down my nose, cupid's bow, chin, and I'm going to give myself a little smile. I'll put it there, I didn't mean to. Same on the other side. I'm going to use the flat part of the sponge and just bounce that in. Make sure that's got that red. I even think I've burnt my forehead. Okay, so that looks nice. I like that sponge. It's more of like a microfiber texture, which I've not always been keen on, but I quite like that. That's nice. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Matte Makeup Mattifying Powder. I am getting through this because I do use it every single day. I'm just going to take that on a big brush, give it a swirl, and I'm going to pat that in. I am going to add a little bit of blowback with setting spray and with highlighter, but for the day. I mean, it's been hot, so I'll get to work at 9:30 and probably by 12 o'clock I will be looking dewy. Whereas if I went in with like a less matte look, then I would absolutely be looking like an oily mess by 12 o'clock. I'm just going to zoom you out a little bit now because, you know, we've done the eyes. We've had enough of that now. Okay, so let's set the under eye, and I'm going to set them with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless press powder in translucent. Take a little bath, give that a whirl and just press. And then I'm just going to get a fluffy brush and wipe away the excess pretty much straight away because I don't want cakey under eyes. If you want me to do like a higher end everyday makeup look with higher end products, I can do that. I know a lot of people don't use higher end every day. I do sometimes. It depends on my mood, depends on the look I'm going for, depends if I've got a colour or a sunburn. But yeah, it's something I can film for you. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm going to take my MUA Bronzed Matte Bronzing Powder, and this is talc free, it says. And I'll change it right there. I'm just going to take a bronzing brush, obviously. Hold it for a second then, give that a little twirl. I'm just going to pat that down my cheekbones to give me a little bit of structure and a bit of shape back, and so I don't look so flat. And just a little bit around the forehead. Okay, and so for blusher, I'm going to take my Rimmel Maxi Blush, and this is in the shade 006 Exposed. I absolutely love this blusher. It's just so creamy and so nice, and just like not over the top, even though it looks like quite deep there. So it is quite pigmented, but it's not like over the top pigmented. You know, you can go with like quite a light hand. I'm just going to pat that up the cheeks. Again, I'm going to pop a bit on my nose because, you know, it's going in with my sunburn, isn't it? I do love a good blush. Who doesn't love a good blush? See how that's brought a bit of structure back, that bronzer and blusher. But I'm going to highlight. Okay, so for highlight, I'm going to take another MUA product. I'm going to take MUA Makeup Academy Shimmer Highlight Powder, and this is in Peach Diamond. I just find this gives me a lovely like summer glow without being too much. And a little swirl, and just... I didn't even wash my hair today. I just had a quick body shower, and I was just like, is there even any point in washing my hair? I'm just going to do my brow bones with that highlighter as well. I was like, is there even any point in washing the old locks? Because come tomorrow, I'm just going to be like oil slick because I have such greasy roots and dry ends. If anyone can recommend anything for that, please let me know. If not, I'll just have to live my life as I do now. Okay, so for my lips, I'm going to go in with my Lorac Alter Ego Lip Gloss, and I'm going to go in with my Profusion Matte Lip Primer. I'm just going to put that pretty much all over the lips and then gloss them up because I have gone quite matte, I do want to have like a relatively glossy lip. There we go. It's such a lovely lip pencil that it's a Aldi one. It's in the colour Dream, and they're just so creamy and just so nice. So I'm also going to shove it on some of this gloss. This gloss is a bit darker, but I just feel it kind of contrasts the whole look. And there we have it. That is my everyday summer makeup look using only drugstore products or affordable, I don't like the word lower end, but you know, the lower end of the spectrum products. None of these products are like not worth your money. I absolutely love all of them, and for me this combination together can work to last a majority of the day. Like I say, I wouldn't usually go for a long wear foundation as an everyday look, but just for that couple of weeks during the summer in the UK where it is absolutely sweltering, I will do it, just so it'll last all day and it is a lot more sweat proof. You know, come end of August I'll be back to my Maybelline Fit Me and to my BB creams and all that lot, but you know, it is a lot of makeup, but I like it. I hope you like it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe. I absolutely love getting new subscribers. Every time I get one, I'm like to my husband, yes, 294 now. So don't forget to do that, you know, so I can tell my husband every time I get a new subscriber. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.